We have this wonderful young person who is teeing up just in about 2 weeks' time. She's going to have right here in our office a chin implant. A chin implant is a neat procedure that in some cases we do it in an isolated case, just the chin implant, that's it. It can make a big difference. But we also do it sometimes in combination with a rhinoplasty, and in some cases we do it in combination with a deep neck lift or a face neck lift. So I'll show you real quickly. We're going after something really very specific. Right here, the chin is a little bit under projected, and balancing out the dorsal profile of the nose and giving a little bit more definition to this submental area. The chin implant can be really, really helpful. I always want to get the perspective of the inside of the patient. So how long have you been thinking about doing it?
Probably close to a year.
A year.
Well, probably even longer than that, honestly, off and on, but seriously a year.
Chewing on it, seriously. Yeah. And so, when you were thinking about it, and just like any other decision we make about whether it's a cosmetic procedure or anything in life, there's pros and cons, there's a bit of downtime, there's some cost associated with it. But what were the things that swung you in favor of deciding, okay, fine, let's look at it seriously, let's consider doing it?
I think my biggest thing was that I didn't want to go under general anesthesia, and when I found out that this is a procedure that can be done just under local anesthesia, pretty quick, that made me a little bit more open to doing it. And I think that also in reading that it has a really high patient satisfaction rate overall after the procedure is done. So I spent a lot of time looking at other people's videos and pictures and their recovery time and all of those things, and just decided that it would be worth it.
Those are fantastic points. The first one, sure, this is done under local anesthetic. We give a little bit of a light sedative, something like Ativan. Patients tend to tolerate it very well. Having said that, if you're going to have something, it's like going to the dentist. I don't hate going to the dentist, but I don't look forward to having a root canal or something like that. So it is a procedure, and we're always very transparent with patients. It's not like you'll feel nothing, you'll be aware of nothing. When somebody's doing a root canal, you can sense it. But that sort of subtle downside for quite a few patients is easily outweighed by the next to zero recovery. There's no general anesthetic to get over. And also general anesthetic, though we have never had a general anesthetic complication of any kind, ever. But nonetheless, it's right on the consent. There are possible complications associated with anesthesia. And so that's positive. And then the second point you raised was about, the high satisfaction. This is super key. It's quite true what you say. There are some cosmetic procedures that, there's some people happy, some people less happy. But we in facial plastic surgery know that there are certain procedures that, boy, time after time after time, people are not here because they don't see, it's not because they have no concern, they have this concern, and this predictably is able to significantly improve that concern. So yeah, there we are. We're looking forward to doing this in 2 weeks. Any last words or things to say or questions to ask?
I don't think so. Is there anything?
No, not particularly. Good. So listen, those are the key points. Thanks for your attention, and we'll give you some further updates and insights as we pass through the procedure and then into the healing process. Hey, so we have this fabulous lady here who came into our office and had a very focused concern. She felt that her chin was a little small, and when you look at her in the profile view, right, it was not exactly proportionate to the rest of this fabulous face, right? We always say we don't want people looking at, things like a chin. We want people to look at these big blue eyes. We want people to be looking at all of the fabulous features on a man or a woman's face. So we are now just 5 weeks after our procedure, and this was done in office completely through a small incision under the chin where we put a chin implant in, and the recovery is usually pretty reasonable. But the main thing here is it's 5 weeks after the surgery, and you and I compared the pictures literally 2 minutes ago. And so tell us what you see. How do you feel about what you're looking at?
Super, super happy with the results, and that I finally went through with this procedure. I've been thinking about it for a really long time, and I think that the before and after pictures kind of speak for themselves. It's a really obvious difference, at least to me, but still looks super natural, to the point that even at only 3 weeks post-op, it was Thanksgiving and I saw my family and nobody had anything to say about me looking differently or swollen or, what's wrong with your face. So that's how fast the recovery was. It was faster than I expected. I only had pain for the weekend following the procedure, and I was back to work Monday and had no problems at all. So if you're thinking about doing it, I would, because it wasn't even a big deal.
Cool. That's awesome. And so listen, this is satisfaction for a facial plastic surgeon like me. What we basically just summarized is you and I looked at the before and after pictures, and it's not like some super subtle, was it worth it kind of thing. This is a clear difference in which I think there's kind of be an issue that you used to think about that hopefully you just don't think about anymore.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, you're hanging with your own family over Thanksgiving and nobody's kind of taking note of it.
Yeah.
What does that telegraph to me? It means you look natural. So if we see a big difference and you look natural, well, to me, this is part of the fundamental mission of a facial plastic surgeon. We want to harmonize and bring out all the great characteristics without any funny business of looking, post-surgical or something like that. And if we can achieve that 3 weeks after the surgery, all the better.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for your attention. And this is just 5 weeks after. We may post a little something else, 6 months after. There's probably some subtle swelling, but this is pretty much what, we're looking at what we got here pretty much. So thanks so much.